Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I was thinking about making a video on how to approach whenever you want to build a new system, and this is gonna be primarily building a gaming computer. So before every time when I was about to build a computer, so there are a few questions you have to ask yourself before you even purchase any parts. So you have to plan it out. First of all, it's very important. You have to know what kind of games you're gonna play on it, what resolution you're gonna play on, and also, are you planning to overclock? Uh, what else? Yeah. Or are you have to consider upgrades as well, because every now and then you have to upgrade your system, and it's better to build a system that you can afford now, and when you can afford, just upgrade it instead of building a new one every time from scratch. First of all, how I go about picking parts for my needs. I'm gonna be talking for my needs right now. And the thing is that I have done a lot of research, so I know most of the parts and what they do, and what purpose they are for. I can't even talk right now. What purpose each part serve, and to which extent. So I know all of this. I know graphics cards, what kind of those I need, and stuff. Yeah. So, anyways, for example, for me, I need a system that I can play 1080p games on, AAA titles as well on, preferably on ultra max settings. I don't need, but I want my system to be able to overclock. Of course, what I would love is if I could afford high end computer like i7 6900K or 6950X or something like that, like with 10 cores, 20 threads. But those systems are not gonna do any justice when playing games. So you can buy those systems, but it's not like you need them. It used to be having at least 4 physical cores on your CPU. That's like unwritten rule. Well, not unwritten, but it is minimum requirement if you want to play your games properly without lag and stuff like that. So what you need to think about, first of all, for me, when I look into buying parts for my computer, the first thing look at, I have to decide what I'm gonna do. Now, since I'm doing this YouTube and streaming now and then, I need a, preferably I need a i7 like 6700K, 6800. I would love to have that, but that's really expensive. So yeah, 6700K, that would be great, and I could get away with a 6600K. That's an i5. I could get away with that. So the upcoming system I'm gonna build, I'm just hoping, I'm crossing my fingers, I'm just hoping that AMD comes through and releases their new CPUs and GPUs this next month, being February. So what I need is at least a 4-core unlocked processor that I can overclock. That's what I need. So this is for me. I'm planning on playing on 1080p, maybe down the road on 1440p. Yeah, 4K playing is not, it's not there yet. Like VR 4K, that's not there yet. No graphics card can actually handle it above 60 FPS. So 1080p for me, mainly 1080p. And I'm looking to buy one single graphics card that can handle 1080p, ultra, everything maxed out with no lag. And that's, for me, I know I can get away with the AMD's RX 480 right now. If not, I can also get away with NVIDIA's GTX 1060. Yeah. But I don't want to get the 1060, because if I get the 1060 I can't run in SLI. 1060 is not able to do that. If I want to down the road to upgrade, put in another graphics card or something like that, I would have to go with either 1070 or 1080, which are, those two are really expensive, especially at 1080. So I'm gonna be picking most likely the RX 480. It's an 8 gig card. It can also run 1440p really good, almost maxed out through play titles and everything. And I can run Crossfire with those, so I can put in 2 graphics cards, which is not something you should do. You should always pick the strongest, the best graphics card that you can afford. So number 1. i5 6600K from Intel, RX 480 for a graphics card, and you need a power supply. Hopefully you need a power supply that can you can upgrade down the road, so you need a strong enough power supply, so you don't have to buy a new power supply when you're upgrading as well. So you can get away with, for example, EVGA's 750 watts gold rated 80 plus gold. You can get away with that because it's really efficient power supply. It's really good. A case, you can actually get away with any case. For me, I want a case with a side window power supply mounting in the bottom of the case. Preferably I want the cover, power supply cover as well. It's really not that important with the cases nowadays, because there are so many different cases, and the cheap ones are really good as well, not like it used to be back in the days. So yeah, also whenever I'm I forgot to mention this, because I'm not doing this with a script or nothing, so it's just from the top of my head. With a unlocked processor, for example, like Skylake's 6600K or 6700K, you need a motherboard that actually supports overclocking. So right now, for the Skylake system, it is this Z170 motherboards. Every one of those support overclocking. If it's not Z170, it doesn't support overclocking. So that's just something you need to read up on this. I spend a lot of time researching, and I do have some people that I follow on YouTube that I watch their videos, and it takes a lot of time doing this to be able to know what you're talking about. So I'm not saying I'm the greatest when it comes to this, but I have done enough research that I can tell you, like for my needs, what kind of a system I want and need. So yeah, so you basically need a motherboard that enables you to overclock both your CPU and your RAM. So for me, it's right now, if I am gonna build a Skylake system, it's gonna be any kind of Z170 motherboard, and that's kinda it. So I don't know if I may have skipped anything. Peripherals, well, you just buy, if you're playing on 1080p, you buy a big ass monitor if you want. Doesn't really matter. Keyboard, mouse, it won't make you any better gamer. So yeah, I have a simple fucking mouse, cheap ass simple mouse, and a keyboard, and I manage. Like right now, I'm probably rusty on most games, but yeah. So that's it. That's how I go by picking parts for my computer. So you basically just need to ask yourself what you're gonna be playing, on what resolution, and if you want to overclock or not. Not everybody is safe with overclocking. So yeah, even though overclocking is safe now on the hardware nowadays, you can't really fry the parts that easily. You can, but it's not that easy. So yeah, if you want any tips on who you can watch on YouTube to give you even better coverage of all of this that I'm talking about, and that preferably talks better English than me, because they are American, so they speak it better than me. But yeah, so let me know, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, peace.